Good night, everybody. Welcome to tonight's edition of Entrepreneurship in Focus. Entrepreneurship in Focus is a program designed to place a spotlight on entrepreneurs in Guyana and on the international arena, with a special emphasis on their innovative components. It is our expectation that this program brings awareness to the businesses that are available in Guyana. Let us know what services are available and how we can reach the businesses. I am your me, Miss Latoya Rigby. She is a young Guyanese. She is a Madam CEO, and she will be sharing with us information about her business. So help me welcome Latoya Rigby to our program. Welcome, Latoya.
Thank you, Marlon, and good night to everyone watching.
Thank you very much. How are you feeling today? How was business?
Business as it is, it's the Christmas season, it's beginning to pick up, so I'm looking forward to a busy season. And yeah,
And while we're also at it, let us shout out to the persons that are joining us online. I
okay.
see we've got Shiv, we got Veronica, Deochan, Sandra, Trixie. Welcome all of you guys to
Welcome,
our
everyone.
program this evening. We look forward to engage with you. So tell us, how did you get into business? What sparked your interest?
Okay, so growing up, I always had this crazy passion for hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I would look at my grandmother braid. I learned just by looking at her, and then I started doing it on family members, and of course dolls I started with before, and my dolls never have hair after like a week or two. So that's where the passion sparked.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that it could have made me into an owner of a business today because it was just a hobby for me in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And as people started to notice my talent, they supported me and told me, you know what, go for it, Latoya. You can actually do this. You can actually open your own salon one day because you are that good.
Mm-hmm.
And look at me, 10 years down the line.
Nice, 10 years?
10 years down the line.
That
It's
is a
longer
whole
than
lot,
that, right?
right?
Because I was 6'7" braiding.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have to tell you, okay, how long have I been braiding? I am 29.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 years to 29. Do the math.
Oh my gosh.
23 years of experience, right?
That's a
And
whole lot.
in the professional field, I've been certified for 15 years.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
So, do you mind telling us which institution certified you?
So I did my course with the one and only Kevin's Reflection. Shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
He did a really wonderful job in giving us exposure and experience to the what should I say, the cosmetology world. It was different from every other classes or training that you would do to learn a skill because even though you know to do the practical, we had to also use our brains.
Mm-hmm.
We had manuals that we had to study so that we could have learned the chemistry behind what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And we know with chemistry, you have to know what and what not to do with them. So I think that's, he gave me that to walk away with, not just knowing the skills, but now I know the chemistry behind it and what to avoid. And I'm very grateful. It's been I've worked with him for over 2 years after that because he saw that I was passionate about it, and he took me right away. He was like, you gotta work with me. And there I gained exposure with dealing with clients who appreciated me so much, and I just took it off from there. Every opportunity that came, I just took it from there.
Awesome, and I'm happy to hear about how you would have gotten into business. If you can just elaborate a bit, what problem or need is your business trying to solve so that we can understand?
Okay, so we all know with the salon industry, there is a slow season and there is the busy season. Now, our problem is combating the slow season, whereby you have less persons coming to the salon to do services, and from time to time you find that okay, how do I combat this? This is one of the problems that we all at some point in time faces, and we try to work around it in all any way that we can actually.
Awesome. So did your business start with your personal finances? Did you get a loan? Did you get assistance from your family? Tell us of that transition.
That's a very good question, very interesting one too. So my business started with, okay, I spent a year out of Guyana, and I was working in a salon out there. I worked there for 1 year, and I came home. Now, when I came home, I was only supposed to be here on vacation. It so happened that where I was, they had a massive hurricane. So it wiped out the island that I was on. Everything was wiped out, electricity, my apartment, everything was gone. So with that, now I had to now come up with a strategy. How am I gonna survive off of this 1 month of vacation? I have to do something. I have to find somewhere, right? So it started with one of my friends, a really good friend of mine, and we went to school together, and I appreciate my friends for doing this too. She came and she wanted a service done, and she paid. Always they pay. So we got the service done and she left. The next day, she told me two friends wanted another service. They came to get the service done. More start coming, just like that. This is in my apartment, by the way. I was staying in an apartment room. And it was so amazing that every time they come and they go, somebody else comes after. So I said, this is gonna make me having to pull hair out of every part of my room. I can't do this anymore. I went ahead and I looked on Facebook to find a spot to rent. And I came across one of the most prestigious and classy salon. And a little backstory on that salon. Before I left this country, I saw that salon. That's the first year it opened, and I was like, this is my dream spot. Like, I just need this spot. If I could come back and find this and or work in it someday, I would love that. That's the salon I got.
Awesome.
When I looked and I found it on Facebook, they had another ad out for a stylist. And right away I called Classy Touch and I made my payments. And 5 years I've spent in that one spot doing what I love and growing my clientele and my business relationship with her. The owner is Chandel, the beautiful Miss Chandel Daniel. Shout out to you, by the way.
Hi, Chandel.
And we've grown such a really good relationship together for 5 years. So that's how it all come about. And recently, this was a little bittersweet. I ventured off because, of course, the main goal, the ultimate goal was to own my own business. So I've worked towards that. And I said, you know what? I need to find a spot. Because now I don't only do hair. I do makeup. I do so many other different services. And I'm adding more to my long line of successes. So I found a really beautiful spot. It had all the space that I needed to do what I do. And I had no support. So what I have to do now is work over time to come up with my first 3 months payment for this building. I had no idea where the other funding was gonna come from. I had no idea how I'm gonna do it. But one thing about me, I pray to a God that is very much alive. And I had faith and I said, you know what? If you think this is for me, I'm going to take the leap. I'm going to take the risk and jump straight forward to it. And that is what I did.
So how did you feel actually taking your finances to invest into a business? I mean, it must be scary going into entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Your peak period.
Yes.
You have to be concerned about your friends and family. Then what happens when business is down? How are you going to survive? How did you feel?
So, how did I feel about that? Well, over the past few months, I have been exposing myself to different networks, different opportunities and training to better my skills and to also function in the professional world. There I came across this wonderful young man, our president of Together We Win Business Network. And the first time I met him, it was basically just a coaching. He was giving me advice of how to go about my business venture. He knew from the beginning this is something I wanted to do. And the very first approach he made to me when he launched that business networking group, he came straight to me. I was like the very first few persons to join. And thereafter, opportunities start coming. I started being recognized. I started networking, reaching out to different people in different business categories. And I think that is what gave me the confidence and the push to know that, okay, everybody has a business. They start from somewhere. They tell their story, and I take notes. So even though I strategized, I still was taking a risk because, like I said, the funding wasn't there. But I believe that with my clientele and with the support that I was getting from the different networking, I was getting the guidance and everything. And due to that, I was able to join a few financing seminars and courses that allow me the opportunity now to get that necessary funding needed. So thank you very much, Marley. You're a big part of my success, I must say. And we will continue to build our relationship that way in
Thank
the
you
business
very much.
networking group, by the way.
Indeed, and I love to hear success stories from businesses when they come out on top and they're able to share and they're
Yes.
able to refer others because, again, together we grow, together we win. And you've been doing quite a lot, and it seems that it has been working for you. So
Yes.
tell us about some of the trainings that you would have received
Okay.
to be able to point you in the right direction.
Okay, so recently I would have completed the Sherry Blair Foundation Road to Growth and Road to Finance training.
Could you tell us a bit about that?
Sure. So that training was, the first one was 7 weeks long, and you had one day to attend, and you had uh, virtual handouts that you will have to work on until the next Wednesday or the next day that we had to attend. And with that now, with me working and having to do this training, it gave me a little bit of ease to know that I didn't have to go every day. And the one day I had to go, it was just 2 hours. So I was like, this is working for me, and I see that I can manage both work and the training to get somewhere. So I did the first 7 weeks, that was the road to growth. Then I went on to do the 4 weeks road to finance. And that was the same concept, the same one day a week. You had 2 hours and you had your handouts to complete. I successfully completed that course 2 weeks ago and graduated with 2 certificates.
Lovely.
And also, we had to do what you call presentation.
Okay.
This presentation, I had to pitch my business to financial institutes. Look at that. I need finance, and I was approached with financial institutes. Very timely, Marlon, because you know this business is only a few months old. So that means that finance is still something that I need, right? So this course allowed me to pitch in front of these financial institutes, and I got 2 golden tickets to give me access to the amount of finance I need.
Lovely.
So look at that. Wonderful timing.
Congratulations.
And this course, guys, it was all through the network that we're in, the Together We Win Business Networking Group. This allowed me to get these opportunities at my hand reach. You go in, you check your chat rooms, and you see what is being shared. And I've been able to go through so many. If I name them, I wouldn't stop tonight. There was the 50 laws of
Invaluable growth.
Good with what's his name,
Dundas.
Ron Dundas. He did a wonderful couple weeks with us, and that allowed you to look internally, like look at yourself and develop that positive mindset. So if you're not confident, that helps you to build confidence more.
Lovely.
And all of this is through the networking that I'm doing, and I'm reaching out. I'm getting access to various other network so that we can build that relationship and put myself out there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy that you have mentioned that you did the 15 Invaluable Growth with,
Yes.
with Raw, because I also did that program and it helped me to transition into entrepreneurship.
Look at that.
At that time when I did the program, I was going through a whole lot. I worked in an environment where it was like a plantation, where persons were fighting among each other, bickering and quarreling, and I wanted to bypass
I
my
know,
workplace.
right?
So I did a program. It helped me to dig in the inside.
Yes.
Who am I? Where am I? What is my purpose here? What
Yes.
skills do I have? And how I can transition them into a business.
Yes.
And that is how I was able to get on my journey. So I'm happy to hear that it also helps you find your journey
Me
and be on the right
so
path.
many others. There's so many things that are out there, Marlon, that we as small entrepreneurs now getting into business, we are not aware of. But to be honest, in my opinion, guys, you have to put yourself out there. You have to build a confidence and put your best foot forward out there. When you want to get somewhere in life, you can't tell yourself you're going to get there by yourself.
No.
You need support. You need a support group, a support system. It can be family, it can be friends, or it can be a network. You know, a network of people who are going through your struggles but are there for moral support and the push and drive that you need. So
I love the fact that you mentioned about having a network.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about some of the other challenges you face in business and what led you to remain resilient, because I know that they were challenges.
there were challenges, Marlon. So one of a few challenges that I have or had per se while doing business, some of them being able to retain your customers. Yes, you get your customers, but the capability to retain your customers, it was a challenge in the beginning because I was never this outspoken person. I had a more like a reserved personality. I was antisocial, to put it that way. So to connect with my customers, I know I had to pick up a little bit of exposure in order to relate to them, make them feel comfortable while I'm doing the service. And trust me, I'm yes, I'm a beautician, but when you're dealing with people, you become like a therapist to them. If they sit in your chair and you make them feel that comfortable, you will learn a lot about that individual and not just that customer or client. And I think I was able to overcome that challenge by using my personality and my hospitality. I'm really good with customer service, so I've developed the skill to always that you get more reactions, you get more interactions with customers and persons who know aware of what I actually do. I don't just do braids. People think I only do braids, but because I put different videos out there, different contents out there, they're reaching out to me, and so it is kind of helping me to build in that field. But still, I need marketing assistance. It's still a little challenging, but those are the little things that I'm working with at the moment, and it's working definitely.
Awesome, because every day, if you utilize the same social media platforms, like you said, and you
Yes.
find at least one thing to talk about your
Yes.
business, it goes very far,
It
because
goes
I've
a
seen
far
it.
way. Yes.
Today you talk about why customers should reach out to you. Tomorrow you talk about an aspect of your service. Tomorrow you talk about the experience that you try to create. And of course,
Yes,
you
correct.
have to pay special attention on who your target audience
Yes,
and what are
correct.
you selling. For instance, am I selling an experience? When people come to Inspired Beauty Salon, what experience do I want them to leave with?
Correct.
Am I I selling just hair? Am I selling customer service? Whatever it is am I selling, you have to be aware of that and be
Correct.
able to use that and channel it to the channels that your customers or your target audience
You're so correct.
are
Yes.
being entertained.
And I agree with you. And I find that educating them on the services that we do, it helps them to trust and build a confidence in you to do the job. Because a lot of times, my clients would complain how they've done a service. Sometimes they don't even understand what was being done, but then they have a bad reaction. Maybe they had a bad experience, and some of these things could have been avoided if we as hairdressers have conversations with the client,
Yes.
know exactly what they did before, and then you move forward from there. And it's always okay to give a little tip. You
Yes.
understand? Give the customer something to go with
Yes.
after they leave you to maintain their service.
Indeed.
So I think because I do that, it helps me to get the customer interested in wanting to come back and return, because not only I tell them, they see the results, and
Most
it's always a
definitely.
good feedback.
Very good. Are you a fan
Yes.
of Olivia Pope?
Of course,
What
that
is it?
is my girl.
Oh my gosh. One of the things I like about Olivia was when they were campaigning, she asked Fitzgerald Grant, why should we choose you to be president? And he did not know. And she was like, that is it. We know why we should vote for you because you let us know who you are.
Yes.
And I often compare things that I see in movies to business.
Correct.
Similarly, why should persons support your business? Some people may come to your business not because of the quality of service you offer, not because of the ambience, but because they're able to connect with you, your personality,
So
your
true.
smile. They're able to
Yes.
share in some aspect of the story that you may share, and all of those are reasons why people support us beyond our product or the service that we offer.
And you're so correct.
So that is one of the things that motivates me, and that is a question that I'm going to ask you. What makes you unique? Why should we come to Inspired Beauty Salon to access services?
Well, my first thing I will say is my years of expertise in this field. I have been certified for 50 years. I have over 50 years experience with dealing with customers and their hair and other services that I'm now adding. So with my experience, I've developed this skill to identify problems and solve them. So when you come to me, when you come to our salon or entity, you will experience what we call a consultation conversation. Before I do anything with any client or customers, because you're first a customer, I will ask you questions. First, I'll ask, how are you doing? Then I will go ahead and ask, how do you maintain your hair? And we go from there. I build that relationship at the very beginning. So because I pay interest in you and wanting to give you the best service, I think I connect with them from that point. So what I have to offer is not only a skill, but to give you the understanding and give you that confidence in me providing a service to you.
Awesome. So I am most excited. If you notice, I am experimenting with my hair. And as soon as it gets a little bit more length, I'm coming over to Inspired Beauty Salon.
We
So
will welcome you.
I'm guessing that you guys would normally test people's hair texture and experiment to see which product works best with the customers
Yes.
and those kind of things.
Yes, we do that.
That is interesting
Very.
because I don't want to go to a place where they put something in my hair and next thing the hair starts falling out and all of those
Yes, so
challenges.
That's where the first hand conversation starts. You know, we consult with you. We know what you've done before, so we know what to avoid. We ask questions, and I have a form that I allow you to fill out if it is that you want to do a hair care treatment. I have a program called the hair care treatment.
Lovely.
Yes, that's where we put customers on who really wants to get some results from our services. And with that now, we talk about your textures, we talk about your scalp, if you have any issues, if you use chemicals, what are those chemicals, how do you maintain your hair, and of course other things that around that kind of thing that the service that you're actually coming for. And like I said, it's not just about hair. I do makeup and I advise you on your skin type.
Nice.
I asked you like what skin type do you have? What do you experience? So I get an idea of what products to use on you. Then we'll be adding a few services that can actually bring you to a relaxation. We'll be adding massages and spa
Lovely.
services. So all of these things are sensitive services, but I'm confident that I can do the job because of I go really in depth with my job. It's not just a job for me. It's a passion. And because I have a passion for it,
You give it your all.
failing is never in my in my books.
Lovely.
And if I do fail, trust me, it will kill me. So I always make sure that my number one focus is giving that service everything I have.
Girl, I'm loving the Inspired Beauty Touch experience, because what you've explained is that we're able to come at your location, you take us through survey to see what kind of service best suits our skin and our hair,
Yes.
and then you give us a plan or a treatment or access to service, and after that do you guys do follow-up, like
Yes.
call us to see how we're doing and stuff?
So the follow-ups allows you to have recurring appointments that we set. So every time you visit and you're on that plan, we tell you when to come back. Even if you're not on the plan and I realize that, okay, you need my help. You need a service that can help you. I will recommend that to you. I will let you know, hey, I noticed this is happening. You can visit me within another 2-3 weeks after today's and we can have something done about that. I always make sure that I give you that opportunity to return.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So did your business receive any special recognition, award or anything?
So my business, like I said, is only a few months old. To be exact, around 3 months.
Okay.
So to say I get a recognition or anything like that, an award, no. Other than my training and my successes from that, not at the moment.
Okay. Nice. So what suggestions do you think the government should put in place, or other business support organizations, to help your business flourish and grow?
So what I should say on that, what they should do is ensure that they focus a little more on small businesses when it comes to budgets, and put in a budgeted plan for us there that it is actually utilized, because a lot of times we want the assistance, but it's so hard to get it sometimes. You either have to go to finances and provide them with a lot of things that we may not have, because we're small, we're trying to build something, so how can we have something that we don't at the beginning, right? So I think that the government or the financial institutes, if you really want to help a small business grow, that they provide us that opportunity to reach out and to get these things without a big hassle. Right? I must commend Small Business Bureau on actually taking that step forward, because they're doing so much more for small businesses right now. I'm actually in the process of registering with them.
Lovely.
And I'm looking forward to have that grant from them as well. And the grant is free, guys. You don't have to repay Small Business Bureau when you receive that grant. It's just for you to put your business out there, and they are assisting us with that. They even collaborated with a few banks, I noticed, that can help us to get that process a little easier. So I look forward to greater things in the new year to come.
Awesome. And quickly, how far do you see your business within the next, let's say, 3 to 5 years?
I see my business being one of the leading beauty salon in the country. And my mission for that is making sure that my customers come and enjoy a well, comfortable environment, relax and be pampered, whether for a special occasion or for any other beauty services that they may need, for be it weddings, graduations, and these type of things. And with that being said too, because we are growing, I want to make sure that I do not forget the community, the space that allowed me the opportunity to open my business. So I will be reaching out and giving back in any way that I can. That's my one plan that I have, that I set out to do it maybe on a yearly budget, something like that sort. So it's not just me building a business, but when I reach to that stage, I can assist and give back to my community. That is going to be awesome for everybody, for me and my business, and also to the community.
Awesome, and we look forward to hearing more from Inspired Beauty Salon.
You will.
Is there anything you'd like to share about your business before we wrap up?
Inspired Beauty Salon, for those of you who may not know, it's an experience for you to come and get. You can reach me on the same Inspired Beauty GY on Instagram. You can reach me on Facebook. I also have a TikTok page, and you will see some of the work that I would have done. You can ask any questions, and if you want to get me directly, my line is 592-678-5394. I don't want to talk about what you can experience. I want you to come and experience it, and I hope that I blow your mind away. Of course, you can see part of what I do. The wig is from Inspired Beauty Salon.
Awesome.
Of course, the makeup was done by Inspired Beauty Salon. So this is just a little bit of what to expect when you experience our services.
Well, girl, if this is everything is done by Inspired Beauty Salon, then I'm definitely amazed because you look amazing.
Thank you.
And I heard that you also make hair.
Yes, I do make wigs. That journey had took me from hand sewing to machine sewing. And you best believe they want me to teach them, and I've only learned it a few months ago.
Wow.
Once again, I want to thank Shonda Daniel. She's been a big part of my journey for the past 5 years. I've worked in an environment with women where I've never had no problem. And you know, working with women, how it can be.
I'm not
We
gonna
were
go here.
so professional about our business and our friendship. We were able to grow a friendship as well. And even though when I had to leave, she gave me all the love and support. Like she would come, she would visit, she would ask me if I need help, just reach out to her. And we still have that connection, that relationship as of today. So I'm very grateful to Shonda Daniels of Classy Touch Beauty Salon. I urge you to visit. She does marvelous wig installation like myself. So I'm like her apprentice, and I'm a successful one. So we share the work, you know.
Lovely. And sometimes all we need as small business owners is to support.
Yes.
Somebody to believe in us and to give us that
Yes.
push.
Trust me.
And the thing is, you don't even have to support monetarily. You can share the Facebook
Recommend
page,
somebody.
recommend somebody.
I may not be able to accommodate you one day. What am I going to do? Just tell you, oh, I can't help you? No, I'm going to say, hit up Chandel in Classy Touch Beauty Salon, see if she can accommodate you. And that's how we do it back and forth. When I leave, she had customers calling me for services still because she knows that
Lovely.
she's confident that I can assist. So she would recommend me, I would recommend her, and the relationship remains just as healthy.
Well, look at that, sending business your way to ensure that
Yes.
you continue to succeed. I am loving the love that I'm hearing, and I'm happy to know that there are still persons within Guyana who continues to invest in the development of small businesses. Keep up doing the good work, and I'd like to thank you, Latoya Rigby, for taking time off from your busy schedule because I'm told it's hectic
Yes,
most days.
Marlon,
What's the
thank you
latest
so
you get up for?
much. The latest, Marlon, just know that I did 23 hours straight in a salon.
Oh my gosh.
23
What have you been
hours.
doing?
I do a lot. I go all out for my customers. You ever experience a service from me, you will know. I go all out for you guys. Like I said, it's a passion of mine, and I don't like saying no. If I say no, trust me, it gotta be that it's really, really out of my hand reach. But I go long hours for my clients. You can call me now and you need an emergency hairstyle, an emergency something. I got you. But if I have to say no, it melts my heart. So those long hours are nothing to me. 12, 15, 18 hours, I go it all.
But just ensure that you're taking care of yourself because your self-care, your mental
Very
health
important,
is very much
correct.
important.
But my clients know I take breaks, and they know what time of the year I do so. And I make sure that to keep my mind fresh, because sometimes you need to rejuvenate, I take my breaks when I need it.
Awesome. So it's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining
The
us.
pleasure is mine, Marlon.
We'd like to also big up Faith, truly. Siobhan Sears. She said she knows you very well.
Hi guys,
And several
thank you.
other people.
Thank you for always supporting, and for those who haven't yet, don't be afraid to reach out.
Awesome. So it's a pleasure to be being here with you guys. We look forward to joining you next week Tuesday, same time, same place. We begin at 8:30 and conclude at 9:30. We will be having Dr. Dr. Tanza McCalman, the facilitator
Oh
that
wow!
the
And we did a course
negotiation
with her
skills.
the other day.
Awesome.
Look at that, yeah.
She will be here to talk about her experience in negotiation skills in representing Guyana, both here locally and in China. She started a business that assists many small business owners with getting access to container, with developing your personal and your business skills. And it is the work that she does is amazing. So
I
she'll be
think
joining
so.
us.
I think that none of you should be missing this program next Tuesday. I did a seminar with her and it was amazing. She taught us so much
In a short space
in
of
a
time.
short space of time.
And we've also got persons joining us online who were saying that they would have been able to learn so much in a short space of time as
Yes,
well.
that is so true.
So I'm happy that persons would have been able to benefit from the work and the program this evening. We look forward to being here with you next week as we continue to add to your growth and bring a spotlight on what entrepreneurs are doing in and across Guyana and on the international platform. Do take care. See you next week.
Bye
Bye for now.
guys.